What's up, y'all? Going to do a we'll show y'all the decoys that we use. Just go over different styles and brands that we got, the ones that we run in the spread, and show you the differences and tell you what we like and what we dislike about them, and what we're thinking about in the future. So first I'm going to show you how we take them to the woods with us and transport them from home and to the pond to go hunting. These things work really good. They're 50-gallon Craftsman totes, and you get them at Lowe's. And the lid's lock, so it makes everything pretty much 100% waterproof. They got really nice big extra large handles on them, so you can get your gloved hand in there. And also they got wheels on them. So I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna show you the totes, and then we'll get all the ducks out, all the different manufacturers that we have, that we've collected over the last 3 years and that we use. And we'll go over those and show you the pros and cons that we feel about the decoys and what we're looking to get for the future. So flip around and show you the totes. And don't pay no attention to the garage. This place is a disaster between hunting stuff and fishing stuff all over the place. It's horrible. But anyway, show you all these totes, and then we'll get the decoys out and show you what we like about them and who they're made by and all that good stuff. So this is the tote. This is the big handle. You can see it's got a big old handle there. It's got the locking lid on each end. And the reason they're painted black like that is because we leave a couple of these boxes in the woods, and we just paint them black so you can't really see them. And like I said, that's a 50-gallon tote, and it's got, I don't know how many, it's probably got 2 dozen, maybe 2.5 dozen. What do you think?
Yeah, 2.5 or 3.
Probably close to 3 dozen decoys in there, and they're all full size. I'll show you the wheels on the other end. Pretty tough system. This is who it's made by. And what else is good is when we get the stuff in store, we put the stuff in storage or in the shed. The tops on these things, they stack. Oh, hold on, Hunter will show you. So you line up the handle with the handle, wheel with wheel, and they stack really good. I mean, it locks it in there. So that's something that you can, that's pretty cool. Don't have to worry about them wobbling when they're stacked up. It's nice and tight, and everything fits in really good. So get the decoys out and show y'all what we got going on. What's up, y'all? All right, so we got all the decoys out, and we're just gonna run through them, show you the ones we've been using the last 3 years, with the head positions, what we like about them, what we don't like about them, who they're made by, and what they come with when you buy a set. So we got a little bit mix of everything. We got the cheap decoys, and we got expensive decoys. Well, what I call expensive decoys. And we got regular body decoys, and we got some flock ones too. So we'll show you everything real quick. We'll start, Hunter. First ones we'll show you are the avian X green wing teals that we bought. So this is the keel system on the Avian X. You got 2 different places where you can hook your Texas rig to, or your decoy weight system. And everybody says this is a big pain, which they're right, because these holes are so small on the Avian X decoys. And all you gotta do is just take a drill bit and drill in there, open up the hole a little bit, and you can put your swivel on there no problem. So This is the scope on the Avian X. Pretty nice feather detail on it. The coloring is really nice. Just in all, I think this is what they call this, EVA foam. EVA, or not EVA foam, but EVA. So it's kind of squishy, holds the paint really well. That's the bottom of the Decoy. And they're pretty, you know, they feel good. And what's good about these, when you throw them out and they hit the water, they don't put out a whole lot of sound because they're soft, they're not hard. So that's a hen. This is, some of these are dirty because we just got done teal hunting. But this is the skimmer Drake. It's got pretty much their colored to be fully plumed. Same thing, soft. This is the keel system. You can see here where, this is what I was talking about, where you drill the hole out. So your swivel will connect, and it just makes it a lot easier getting it detached and unattached from your rig. But that's the Drake. Pretty good carve, like I said. Avian X does a really good carve on their decoys. You can't beat it. So, Haley, show them that. This is the set you get.
Get 3 skimmers like feeding, and then you get like 3 like low head position, like they're just chilling, or like if it's snowing, they keep their head down in and not long looking up. Kind of just like relaxed head position. And the good thing about Avian X is the keels won't crack on them.
Yeah, they don't crack. They're great decoys. I think they're about, what are they, $80 for 6. Kind of expensive, but they've lasted pretty well. That's 3 years of use. You know, these decoys, they get treated, I treat them really good, but, you know, they get slammed in the bottom of a John boat, get slammed in a canoe. So the paint has held up really well. I can't complain about that. So these right here, these are made by Hardcore. It's a good decoy. They're kind of soft. That's a female mallard. This is the male. The sculpt on the male, it's a little dirty, but the sculpt on the male is, you know, a little less to be desired. It's really not very good definition of the feathers on the back of the male. The paint scheme's pretty good. The green on his back is already wore off. A little bit of paint chipping on the head. But I mean, you see where the paint's rubbed off on his side of his face there. But other than that, I mean, they're pretty decent decoys. The hen has a pretty good carve. She has, you know, pretty decent detail in their back feathers and stuff like that. But that's the male and female Hardcore. And what the Hardcore decoys, they come in a variety pack. So in the first set of decoys in the variety pack, we got the male mallard, the Drake, the female, the Widgeon, and wood ducks. And this is the Widgeon. The Widgeon looks pretty good. I mean, it's got pretty decent feather detail on it. That's the head. Pretty nice paint on it there. So all in all, the Widgeon doesn't look too bad. And it comes with a female Widgeon. Female Widgeon has some nice detail as well. Side of it. Pretty nice. This is their keel system. All multiple positions, one in the back, one in the front. Their holes are pretty good size. And these are light too. So when you throw these in the water, they don't make a whole lot of noise either. This is their wood duck. Pretty nice colors on the back. That's his head. Other side, a little bit better shot of the keel system there. This is the female Woody that comes in the pack. Pretty decent back here. I mean, you know, it's not award-winning, but it definitely gets the job done. The paint lasts on them pretty good. This is hard. It's much harder. A little bit thicker. And it's a little heavier compared to the Avian X. And the reason you see so many wood ducks is because we went ahead and got an extra set 6-pack of wood ducks for early season wood duck. Early season when our first leg comes in, which is on like 4 days. So you're hunting mainly wood ducks because there's no big ducks around right yet. So that's why we got extra wood ducks. But the hardcore variety pack comes with 2 mallards, 2 wood ducks, and 2 widgeon. That's 6, right?
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I mean, it's a good starter pack.
A drake and a hen.
They're both drakes and hens, so you get the drake and a hen in the pack, which is pretty cool. So, moving on. When I first started duck hunting, I really wanted the best decoys with the best carve and the best look for my money, because we were just getting into it, but I still wanted the best I could get for the money that I had. Here's some more Avian X's that we got. Avian X, same deal with the. I always hear people talk about it, how hard it is to get the swivel into the Avian X decoys. Just take a drill, zip it through there, make it a little bit bigger. Problem solved. So these are the gadwalls or the gray ducks. And you see on here again, you know, you can't beat the Avian X carve. And then just their detail is really nice. It's a top view the duck would see flying around. Different head positions. So I guess that would be the female.
No, we ain't got no hen.
Oh, they didn't give us no.
They're in Corey's house.
Oh, sorry, hens are not here. But these are. So here's a good picture of the male with showing the white part and the red part on a nice plumed out drake. Man, it looks just like a gadwall. Front. Different head positions that they got. And like I said, it comes in a 6-pack. And they're the same price. I think they were $80 for 6. but you know, these decoys, we've used the crap out of these decoys, and they've worked really well, held up really well. The paint stayed on the decoy really well. No complaints at all on these. So hold on, we'll do those next. So here's the mallards that we got. Some of them Avian X again. The hen. Like I say, guys, the carve on the Avian X's, it's legit. Decoy size is nice. Yeah, I should have said that about the decoy size of all the other ones. The hardcore decoys, the wood ducks are pretty good size to a wood duck. The mallards, decent sized mallard, so they're pretty spot on as far as size, I would guess. This is Avian X. Good looking decoy. That's the female. This is the male. This is the Drake. That's his carve. The carve could be a lot better on the Drake. It's lacking a little bit on the Drake. See where some of the paint has come off. The head looks really good. So all in all, it's a good decoy, but like I said, the carve on the back of the male is a little is lacking a little bit. So here's the 6-pack that you get with the Avian X's. Pretty good, great set of decoys. Like I said, those are as well. I think they were $80. They might have been $90 when we bought those. Show you some more mallards that we got.
GHG.
So these are GHG decoys, and I tell you, these are flocked, fully flocked. And there's a guy that does this out in Pennsylvania. I tell you, it's sweet. I mean, just look at the detail on the feathers. The tail's flocked, head's flocked, fully flocked. GHGs. The keel system on GHG. And we got a 6-pack of these. This is the fully flocked Drake that he did. I mean, you can't see much feather detail on the back of this, but the coloring's really good. The head's really good. It's got the blue tint back there like you would see. That's our flock decoys that we have. All right, now these little jokers right here, these are final approaches. What are these, last pass?
Last pass mallards. Yeah.
Last pass mallards. Give me a teal.
These are better size of teal.
So this is an Avian X teal. This is a last pass final approach. FA brand Mallard. Now, see the head on this thing? The head. I mean, it looks really good. Great paint scheme on the head. Decent, you know, sculpt on it. It's pretty soft. Doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Beaks look good. I mean, it's a great looking decoy. Here's a AVNX teal to give you a reference. I mean, it's basically just a little bit bigger than a teal decoy. Super light. I tell you what I like about it is we got a dozen. You got a dozen in the box. Mallard drakes and females. This is the female. I mean, it's a great looking decoy. Paint comes off a little bit easy, not too bad. But how much were these things?
I think they're like 60 or 70 bucks for a dozen.
I think when I bought these, they were 70 bucks for a dozen of these things. Now, if you're hiking back in on public land or private land, and you got that's how your paint gets chipped on your decoys when you do stupid stuff like that. So, if you're doing a long hike back into the woods on public or private land, you can take a dozen of these, no problem. Kayak hunting, you can throw a dozen or two in your kayak. I mean, you would have great looking decoys, very light, very easy to take back and forth. Holes are pretty big to get your rigs into on the keels. Nice keel system. Pretty nice light decoy. So these right here are flambeau teals. You can get them at Wally World, good old Walmart. It's the keel system. Now, I don't know why it has so many different places to hook your rig, but there's 4 places. Now, to be a cheap decoy, and when I say by cheap, these things are
$25 for 6.
$25 for a half a dozen. Now, if you're just getting into hunting and looking for some good decoys that's going to get the job done, you can get $25. You get 6 decoys. The only thing I don't like about these is they're solid. You hear that? And when you throw this sucker out on the water, this keel's heavy too. When you throw this sucker out on the water, it sounds like you dropped a 5-gallon bucket in the water, especially if it's super quiet outside. So decent feather detail. Color's pretty good. I mean, it's a $25 for a half a dozen. You can't beat it. It's a great decoy for somebody just starting out. That's the male. You know, good coloring. Nice little feather detail. I mean, for $25 for 6 decoys, you can't beat it. I got the final purchase mixed in with the flambeaus. Just show you the different head positions that they come in. These are some butt ups we got, and to be honest with you, I hate these. These suck because it seems like I can never get the weight right to get these to work properly. They're made by cupped waterfowl. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the keel system on that. Feather detail is good. I mean, it looks really good. It was sitting up in the water, bobbing around. I just, that's really good color. Good pattern. That's the Drake. This is the female. Butt up. Really good. I mean, you can't beat it, really. It looks really good. I just, I have a really hard time getting these things to set up properly. It's a real pain in the you-know-what. Last decoys we got, I'll show you. Like I say, guys, I really I don't mind paying for good decoys and the way they look and stuff. Avian X, fully flocked black ducks.
The head is not flocked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the head's not flocked. So, fully flocked bodies. Well, not fully flocked. The bodies are flocked. How about that? Not the head. So, these things look really good, guys. This is the best black duck decoy I've ever seen. The only thing I don't like about flock decoys is it really holds the dirt. But again, attention to detail on the scope is really good. The coloring is really good. On the wing, head is pretty good. This will be a female. This is the male.
What's the difference?
The beak color.
Oh.
We got a bunch of black ducks where we hunt at. And we've had black ducks land right in those decoys or swim right up to them. So they do the job. They're a little expensive too. I think they're probably the most expensive Avian X's that we got.
I think so, yeah.
Those were $80 or $90 for a 6. And it's got the different head positions. A couple skimmers, some lookers. So that's what we got for decoys, our duck decoys. We got motion decoys. We'll go over those later on another video. What, did you fall asleep or something?
I was trying to show.
Put it back up here. So I don't know what my camera lady did. Anyway, guys, we got live decoys. We'll go over the live decoys and show you our motion decoys, what they look like and who we use on another video. But I just want to show y'all our decoys and what we use throughout the year, what we keep them in, how we transport them back and forth from the woods to the water. So if you have any questions, drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Something else we could have mentioned about the decoys that you know, let me know. We appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.